Hello, beautiful family. We're going to do a DMT coding reading. So I'm going to be pulling 6 cards and reading the frequency, and then we will activate the frequency pattern or the code on a DNA level. So let us just see what codes are coming in for our BioQuantum Collective today. All right. So we're going to go ahead, and the first code we're getting is a 22. I'll read them here in just a moment. And then we're getting an 11. Interesting. Okay, and then we're getting the 4, the 3, the 6, and the 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and read these. So I'm going to read them individually, and then we'll read them in like a sentence, if you will. Okay, so the first code is the 22, which is Master Creator. It's the ability to create in the frequency of 963 or source frequency. This is, I love that the sentence is starting, if you will, I'm just going to read it like a sentence, is starting with 2 master numbers. So what this is also saying, I'm just kind of already seeing the sequence here, is that right now it's a really important time to be in creation. So, meaning don't necessarily have to have all the steps. Start creating and let the divine use you as a vessel of creation. So, what would the message be here? Well, it would be when you get a hit or a little bit of a tinge to do something, just start doing it. You don't have to understand why. You don't have to understand where it's going, because the act of just bringing that energy that is flowing into you and being willing to bring it into creation is what is needed right now. It's what's being asked of you. And in that, it is activating consciousness in the creation itself, meaning that once you start what the first hit is, you will be informed consciously as you continue the journey, which is bringing us to the 4, which is it starts to take form. So let's read just really quickly what's here. And then it's really interesting what the next code is. But so we start with the 22. It's saying just start creating. If you have that little hit, just start the movement, start creating. You will be informed consciously after you start, right? Your consciousness will hit the creation, which will bring in form. It will start to have structure. And what's interesting is that the next code is the 3. So once the structure starts to show itself, you'll start to see the blueprint that it's holding, meaning that the structure may start to take form, but it won't be until after it takes form that you're able to say, okay, this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3. That will actually come after it starts to show itself and take form. Super interesting, right? But this is the new way. This is going to be a big part of how we manifest something outside of programming, is that we're willing to say yes, take the action, let our consciousness hit what it is that's actually being created, then allowing it to move into form before we actually know what the step-by-step process is in what was actually being created, which ascends the DNA. This is BioAscension, right? This is also soul family. It's calling in the people that are ready for those steps. It's calling in your soul tribe to walk those steps together. It's also ascending the DNA beyond disease and aging, and this is also ascending beyond epigenetics, right? This is a very powerful card. This is BioAscension. And then creating the change in the world. This is change, the momentum, the shift. This is the, this is what the energy that we're in right now, this huge momentum to create big changes. All right, so now I'm going to just read this. I'm not going to hold up the codes as I read, just so that I can stay in the frequency of them a little bit more. All right. So it starts out with just take the action steps into creating something. As you start creating it, a frequency is going to be held to where it hits you consciously, where you start to have a better understanding or are able to hold consciousness in the purity of what is being created. And as you do that, it starts to create form or structure. And as it has this structure, you can step back and be like, oh, okay, there's step one, there's step two, there's step three. You're able to step back after it's been created to see exactly how it was created, which allows that soul family to come in. It allows the ascension of the DNA to come in a very unique, solid way, which creates momentum and change in the world. Just reading this code, I can tell you that I personally am experiencing this on a big level. I feel like bioquantum is feeling this code. I'm just kind of reading this and I'm like, okay, I don't want to make this personal, but this is a personal code for me. And I'm going to share with you why. Um, this is exactly how I created bioquantum. Is I was just given the message to go do something and I started doing it. And as I kept doing what I was told, my consciousness hit what it was that was actually being created. And as that happened, it started to create a structure or form. I did that, you guys. I did follow the breadcrumbs for 5 years. I mean, actually longer than that. Actually, it's been more like almost 10 years, but really the step-by-step process that I teach has been a solid 5 years. And it wasn't until I was given the last piece of holding the structure that I could step back and actually write it out of what was actually created. So I now have all 6 steps of cell ascension. And that just happened not that long ago, where we know what we are doing. We know who we are. We have all of the steps, but I had to take each one of those steps to be able to see what the steps were and how they were interacting together. And those of you that have taken this journey with me know what I'm talking about. It started with DQ and then it moved to codes. And then we went through the 3 levels of DMT. We have the manifest, which is the bioquantum foundations class, where we teach how to hold consciousness in abstract frequency or outside of the program mind, body, and reality. This is exactly what I did. And then what happened? Well, it's creating an ascension gateway for biology so that our bodies can ascend with us. And as the gateway of ascension of the frequency that's held in the DNA is informing our consciousness of what we really are beyond what we identify as biology, which is creating one of the biggest shifts in human history. It's happening right now, and I know you feel it in your body because I definitely do. So, with that, let's go ahead and code. So, what are we coding? We're coding the new way that our body will lead, the intelligence of our DNA will lead in every aspect of creation. And if we can just get out of the way and allow it to happen, there will be a day our consciousness will hit it and we will see what's been created and we can actually develop something from that, right? For ourselves to ascend through. And this is the offering of BioAscension, by becoming bioquantum. So if this lights you up, I'm really excited to kind of shout out to the world as we have put all of the pieces together to share with you what is possible. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's go ahead and code. We're going to start with oh, if you have your copper card, grab that to code with. I'm going to grab mine. Oh, I have one right here. Grab your copper card. I'm going to take it out because it still has the packaging on it. All right, so I'm going to grab mine. I'm going to code with you, so bear with me. Okay, so we're going to start with the 22, just allowing that to move right in through the pineal gland here, or into the third eye, into the pineal gland that's at the center of your physical brain. And then you're just going to allow this code to spin as it activates that master creator, the ability to create in the frequency of source. Just feeling that code as it activates within your body. Feels so good. And then we'll activate the 11, that Christ consciousness, holding consciousness outside of programming, holding consciousness in what is being created. These two codes together are being the creation and the creator at the same time. It's having your consciousness hitting a space of intelligence outside of programmed reality and bringing that consciousness into creation. And then we'll activate the 4, or the alchemist. This is creating that structure, form through the creation of source, taking something from density into spirit, or something that is held in a third dimensional space that can be still a third dimensional experience, but it is experienced in 963, or source frequency. It's also being able to take something and shifting it into something else, a space of purity. And then we'll activate the 3, activating that blueprint, the ability to be the architect of your existence, the architect of your body, the architect of your life through the frequency of source. What would it be to be an architect of source frequency? What would you design? Allowing this code to inform your body, to inform your mind, and to inform your reality, allowing the expression of source to hold this pattern, activating your divine blueprint. And then we'll activate the 6, the DNA ascension, cell ascension, BioAscension, as your body moves into a higher spin state or a higher frequency, elevating your experience of the mind, of your body, and reality, allowing your DNA to fully activate that 12-strand DNA system, your divine molecular technology, so that you can experience what you are beyond form, beyond what we identify as that 2-strand DNA system. We're so much more than that. And then we'll activate the 5, creating shift, momentum, and change. Feeling that wave of frequency as it moves through your body, activating every cell as it begins to create a divine shift, a divine change, creating divine momentum in your life. This is inspiration. This is enthusiasm. It's a spark, ignition that brings your mind, your body, and your reality into the frequency of source, or 963. All right, and then let's just allow you to just put your hands on your heart space as you fully absorb that frequency, letting that frequency become a transmitter as it's an expression of your beautiful source frequency that is holding this blueprint or this coding system. Just feeling that as it's activated. Feels so good. All right, my lovelies. Well, let me know how this resonated, and if there's anything that kind of hit something in you. I know it meant something for me, but I would love to know how it hit you. What inspiration is it igniting? I love you all so much, and we will see you very soon.